Denver Nuggets versus Indiana Pacers game highlights. Nikola Jokic had a career-best 19 assists, while adding 18 points and 9 rebounds. Aaron Gordon scored 25 points, and the Denver Nuggets defeated the Indiana Pacers 125-116 on Monday night. Michael Porter Jr. had 19 points and 11 rebounds. Christian Braun added 17 points, and Jamal Murray scored 16 for Denver. Miles Turner led Indiana with 23 points. Tyrese Halliburton had 19 points and 15 assists. Pascal Siakam scored 19 points, and Aaron Nesmith 17. LA Clippers versus Detroit Pistons. Cunningham and Duren lead Pistons to their 7th straight win with a 106-97 victory over the Clippers. Cade Cunningham had 32 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen Duren added 12 points and 19 rebounds, and the Detroit Pistons won their 7th straight game with a 106-97 victory over the Los Angeles Clippers on Monday night. Tobias Harris added 20 points for the Pistons, who broke a 10-game losing streak to the Clippers. Detroit, with a record of 32-26, hadn't won 7 straight since December 26, 2014, to January 7, 2015. The Pistons have their best 58-game record since they were 42-16 in the 2007-2008 season, the last year they won a playoff game. James Harden had 18 points and 12 rebounds for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac had 13 points and 16 boards. Chicago Bulls versus Philadelphia 76ers. Giddey scores 25 points as the Bulls snap a 6-game skid with a 142-110 rout of the 76ers' 76 ERs. Josh Giddey had 25 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists as the Chicago Bulls ended a 6-game skid by routing the Philadelphia 76ers 142-110 on Monday night. Kevin Huerter scored 23 points, Zach Collins added 19, and Matas Buzelis 17 as the Bulls led by as many as 50 points in the fourth quarter and sent Philadelphia to its 8th straight loss. The Bulls entered having lost 11 of 15. They hold the 10th and final play-in tournament spot in the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia is in 12th place, 2.5 games back. Paul George and Kelly Oubre Jr. each scored 19 points, and Tyrese Maxey added 13 as Philadelphia lost for the 10th time in 11 games. Brooklyn Nets versus Washington Wizards. Poole scores 26 as the Wizards snap their 6-game losing streak with a 107-99 victory over the Nets. Jordan Poole scored 26 points, including a couple of crucial jumpers, late as the Washington Wizards snapped their 6-game losing streak with a 107-99 victory over the Brooklyn Nets on Monday night. Washington trailed 97-96 before going on a 7-0 run that included a 3-pointer and a long 2 by Poole. Bilal Coulibaly added 20 points for the Wizards, who won for just the 10th time this season. Ziaire Williams led the Nets with 19 points, but after Trendon Watford's layup with 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, Brooklyn didn't score again until Cam Johnson's 2 free throws with 13 seconds to play. It was the first time all season Washington held an opponent under 100 points. The Nets managed only 12 in the fourth quarter. Washington won despite scoring just 40 after halftime. Brooklyn was without D'Angelo Russell, who had a right ankle sprain, and Noah Clowney, who had a left ankle sprain. Washington was missing Malcolm Brogdon and Alex Sarr, both with left ankle sprains. Miami Heat versus Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks allowed their fewest points in nearly 4 years, shutting down the Heat 98-86. Trae Young had 11 points and 14 assists, and the Atlanta Hawks snapped a 3-game losing streak with a 98-86 victory over the Miami Heat on Monday night. Onyeka Okongwu had 17 points and 8 rebounds. while Terrence Mann and Karis LeVert both added 15 points off the bench. NBA steals leader Dyson Daniel had 7 steals, 1 off a season high. The Hawks allowed their fewest points since a 100-82 victory over Cleveland on March 14, 2021, and moved past Miami into 8th place in the Eastern Conference. Andrew Wiggins had 23 points for Miami, which lost for the 6th time in 7 games, and missed 13 of its first 14 three-point attempts. All-star Tyler Herro, who had scored 40 points in 2 of his previous 3 games, was held to 11 points on 4 for 19 shooting. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Oklahoma City Thunder. McDaniels scores 27, and Timberwolves rally from a 25-point deficit to beat Thunder 131-128 in overtime. Jaden McDaniels scored 27 points. Anthony Edwards blocked Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's go-ahead shot attempt, and the Minnesota Timberwolves overcame a 25-point deficit in the second half to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 131-128 in overtime on Monday night. Naz Reid had 22 points and 11 rebounds, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker added 21 points for the Timberwolves. Edwards had 17 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists for Minnesota, which lost 130-123 to the Thunder on Sunday night. Gilgeous-Alexander had 39 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, but Edwards blocked him at the rim with 13.2 seconds remaining in overtime. Gilgeous-Alexander also missed a three-pointer with 2.9 seconds left in the extra period that would have tied the game. Jalen Williams scored 27 points, and Aaron Wiggins added 19 for the Thunder, who still lead the Western Conference at 46-11. Thunder forward Chet Holmgren, who missed 3 months with a pelvic fracture before recently returning, rested. Center Isaiah Hartenstein left the game in the second quarter with a bloody nose and did not return. Oklahoma City led 82-57 in the third quarter and was ahead 102-80 going to the fourth. But reserve Terrence Shannon scored 11 of his 17 points in the period, and the Timberwolves outscored the Thunder 41-19. Portland Trail Blazers versus Utah Jazz. Anthony Simmons scores 28. Trailblazers beat Jazz 114-112 in the opener of a 7-game trip. Anthony Simmons had 28 points and out 6 assists to lead the Portland Trailblazers to a 114-112 victory over the Utah Jazz on Monday night. Jeremy Grant scored 20 points. Avdija added 18 points and 14 rebounds. Scoot Henderson finished with 17 points and 6 assists as Portland snapped a 3-game road losing streak on the first game of a 7-game trip. Bryce Sensabaugh led Utah with 23 points. Keontae George added 21 points, and Kyle Filipowski had 20 points and 11 rebounds as Utah lost for the 6th time in 8 games. Henderson had a pair of baskets and assisted on 2 others on 4 straight possessions to help Portland to a 99-92 lead with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left. The Jazz closed within 113-112 with 3.6 seconds left after George hit back-to-back three-pointers. Grant converted one of 2 free throws to extend the lead to 2 points before George missed a contested three-pointer at the buzzer. Utah led 48-43 in the second quarter before Portland closed out the half on an 18-3 run for a 61-51 lead at the break. Simmons fueled the run with 5 baskets and an assist. Charlotte Hornets versus Sacramento Kings. Zach LaVine scored a season-high 42 points in his finest game with Sacramento since being acquired in a multi-team trade near the deadline, leading the Kings to a 130-88 win over the Charlotte Hornets on Monday night. LaVine hit 8 three-pointers and shot 16 of 19 overall as the Kings earned their first home win over the Hornets since 2021. Levine has scored in double figures in all 8 games for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan had 18 points and 7 rebounds for the Kings, who now stand at 29 and 28. Malik Monk scored 13, Keegan Murray added 10, and Domantas Sabonis finished with 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Miles Bridges scored 23 points for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball and Nick Smith Jr. each scored 13 points, and Jusuf Nurkic and Musa Diabaté scored 12 apiece for Charlotte, who have lost 12 of their last 14 games. Here are the games scheduled for tomorrow. Hope you enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe to support the work.